to give you guys my top 5 list for things that are pretty normal for most people, but very embarrassing to me. At number 5, I have buying alcohol at a liquor store. I am absolutely over 21, but anytime I go to a liquor store and let's say I need like a certain type of wine or something, I always walk in like, A, I'm gonna steal it for some reason, and B, like I'm 13 and have a fake ID or something. It's not a fake ID, but my brain tricks me into thinking that that's gonna happen. It also tricks me into thinking I'm not 21. I become 11 years old when I'm at the checkout. Start paying with pennies and dimes. Start buying fruit snacks. Number 4 is being handed a ton of change. Now, this has happened to me a decent amount of times in my life where I will go somewhere and let's say they are out of quarters or their change is all messed up and they'll say, oh, I have a ton of nickels. Is that okay? And then they'll just kind of like hand you a big fistful of nickels or just a ton of pennies and dimes, and you just kind of are holding it like a pirate that just got paid or something. Also, just holding a lot of change as a guy in general, like in your pockets, is also just very awkward. Like if I put it in my sweatpant pocket, like it'll weigh them down. It'll look like I'm smuggling gold from somewhere. The noise it makes, the jingle, it sounds like I have boot spurs on. Number 3 is buying one item at a large store. It's at like a Walmart or a Target, but not when the self-checkout is available, only when they're not working or closed and you have to go to an actual person with just one item. Because 99% of the time, if I have the option to do self-checkout, oh, I will. But when I can't, and I'm just going to the store for one thing, like let's say I went to Target and I just needed pens for something, and I got a big pack of pens, and then I go to checkout and the self-checkout's not available, so I got to go to a lady, and the person in front of me has 87 avocados, so I stand in line for 5 minutes, and then I just hand him a pack of pens, and that conversation is always just very awkward. How are you? Just a big pack of pens today? Yes, just the pens, please. Thank you. Just got one thing today. Had to come in and out. Yeah, no, pens. Interesting. Number 2 is crossing the street, especially when it's one of those things where you press the button and the lights flash, so that means everybody has to stop because of you. Because yes, you have some power, but at that point, every single car that is backed up is staring at you. And for me, I'm like, oh, they're judging my walk. They're probably looking at my bone structure. Are they going to laugh at the fact that I have very long fingers? These are things that go into mind every time I cross the street. Lastly, at number 1, we have holding a baby and making it cry the second that you hold it. This has happened to me at least 10 times in my life. I don't know if it's an inside joke with these little babies or not. Every single time I pick up one of those babies, it seems like it just starts crying. So I don't know if it's some sort of beef with the cologne I've been wearing. It's Blue Day Chanel. Maybe I have to get rid of it. I think it's a great cologne. I've been sticking with it for 5 years. It just sucks. It's a bad feeling. It's like when you have your dog in your bed and you like move any single muscle and then your dog just leaves. More of the story is, please stop handing me your babies.